Welcome to my channel. I'm Shadow Scout Swede. I want to say welcome to all my new supporters. You're very welcome. I want to say welcome to my returning supporters as well. You're very welcome. Today it is part 3 in my Q&A series. Itchy in my nose. And I have chose Huples Cat Emergency Preparedness Lifestyles question this time. And the first one is, if you could move to any other country, which one and why? Well, I have two choices to choose from. The first one is Alaska, because there is really beautiful nature, awesome rivers, awesome lakes, and it is very not that populated as well. So that is why I like Alaska. But my other choice would be Canada. They have really beautiful nature there as well. And that is a place I would like to live if I had the possibility to do so. They have also beautiful lakes, rivers in Canada as well. If staying, why? Well, if staying, well, the only reason for that is if I don't get or can afford move to Alaska or Canada, that is pretty expensive, and I don't have that amount of money, and there is probably a lot of paperwork to do. And the second thing is you need a job as well. So it does, you need if you're gonna move to Canada, you need a job, and you need to know that you have a job there at 100%, and there is a lot of other things except for a job, and the same for Alaska. So it is, and the third one is my wife and my family. They would probably not like to move to Alaska, straight out in the bush, in the woods. Well, I said I would like to move to Alaska when a couple of years ago, when I had that thought. My wife said, well, in that case I divorce you because of health issues. She's allergic, so against pollen and other things. So that would be a goddamn problem. Excuse me, sorry. So that would be an issue there. and I want to stick to with my wife. So okay, number 2. What is the best thing about prepping on YouTube? Well, the best thing about prepping on YouTube is there are so many different channels um, on YouTube, uh, which are really good ones. You learn from them. And there are channels that have those who has these channels has great knowledge. So that is the best thing, that you can learn something from them, because they make everything clear, one step at a time, nice and clear. That is what I like. And if everything is clear, you learn easier. What is the worst? Well, there are really bad channels. After what I have heard, they are so-called armchair preppers. Well, they just sit there in their armchair and preach, you need to do this, you need to do that, yada, 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 yada. But they just sit there and preach, but they don't do anything. They sit there and preach, but they don't follow their own ways. They don't do what they tell others to do. So, armchair preppers, the worst. That is what they called. Number 4. What SHTFs are you prepping for and why? Well, for the moment it is natural disasters, and the power grid goes down, floodings, hurricanes, or wildfires. And why? And snowstorms, of course. Why? Well, I live in an area. We had wildfires. We had really, really bad snowstorms. The last winter we had a terrible snowstorm, and well, we had to cancel some routes because we couldn't drive. It was basically too dangerous. We didn't see anything. We didn't see a meter in front of us. It was that bad. So, well, that is the reason why I prep for that as a beginning. But I want to also prepare for pandemics as well. So, because that is something that scares the hell out of me. Because that can be really messy. And you never know what happens. So, natural disasters and other disasters that can happen. We have E4 straight through the town, and there are many trucks who transport dangerous chemicals, so that can be a major disaster if some of these has an accident of some sort. Let's see. What inspires you to prep? Well, what inspires me? That I have always been interested in survival, wilderness survival. And when I first got on YouTube, the first channel I watched was Dave Canterbury. And after a while, I found another channel, Prepared Mind. And he talked a lot about prepping and SHTF and other things. So I was pretty fascinated about that, and hey, I should do that as well. And that is on that way I am on. So I have always know that our society are vulnerable. So I hope you find these answers I hope you find these answers good. This is good answers. And I have to jump off now. This video turned out to be longer than I expected. So, okay. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. Don't forget to ring that bell. And if you want to support my channel, you can do that on, if you want to donate, make a donation to my channel to support it. You can do that on my PayPal account. So, until the next one, shadows get sweet out. Long live the king, strength and honor. Stay safe.